Hello, YouTube family. Today we are going to cook something that looks really good to me. Not too sweet. She has this book and she's not a sponsor. One of her recipes and see how it goes. I'm not a great cook, so a lot of these recipes are new to me. I figured I'll give it a shot. I'm doing the gluten-free vegan recipe. It looks like brownies, so that's why I decided to pick this recipe. It's a very cold day outside. Of course, you need something sweet when it's cold. So this is one of her recipes, and just remember, she's not a sponsor. I'll even put it in the little section below to remind everybody. First ingredient that we're going to be doing is flaxseed. Never mess with flaxseed meal, so this is a little confusing. I read the directions and it says to add 1 tablespoon of flaxseed into a bowl, then the water, and it's 2.5. I already measured it out. Be easier on me. And then you stir it. Then it says to wait 10 minutes, so when this is sitting off to the side, 10 minutes or 5 minutes, 10 minutes, we'll let it sit for 10 minutes as we're putting the rest of the brownie together. Well, they're not called brownies, but we'll call them brownies if you look like it. So now we are doing unsweetened applesauce. And lucky for me, I can applesauce. I have a lot of trees outside that I do apples on, and this is fresh this year, so we're doing homemade applesauce in it. So that is 1/2 cup of applesauce. And 1/3 cup of smooth autumn butter. For some reason I can't say that word today. Okay. Then we got some maple syrup. 1/4 cup maple syrup. All these greens are good. I mean, they're all sweet. Go with a cold day. And coconut oil, 1/4, and it says melted. So we went ahead and melted it. Then we have 3 tablespoons of coconut sugar. I love the smell of coconut. My spot. 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract. And I already have it measured out 2 tablespoons in this little thing. And I love vanilla. I just like stuff sweet, but with my health scare, I can't have to watch my gluten, and so it's been kind of a challenge on that. Then the flour, 1 cup of gluten-free flour, and this is gluten-free. Then we have baking powder, baking soda, and salt. I have them all right here in a roll, so we'll just go ahead and dump those in. Then we have half a tablespoon of brown sugar. And the good part, the chocolate chips. And it calls for 1/3 cup of chocolate chips. I do like to make snacks for, and this is going to go with me this weekend too, seminars and stuff like that, because when I'm there, I found out when I go to a horse show and I go to a function or something like that, I do not have time to eat their lunch that they make, because I'm usually getting another horse ready or doing something else like feeding, watering them, making sure everything. I just found out it's just a lot easier to pack my lunch and go. So I make snacks. I make some sugar snacks because I noticed in the summer, if you don't drink enough fluid and stuff like that, you start feeling icky. So I like to make cookies or something like that to go with me to a show or seminar, just in case, because your blood sugar level, because you're pumped up. And then if you go in the arena and your horse does something, then you're pumped up more. And when you come down from that kind of stuff, you kind of get the shakies. So you do need to watch yourself at these shows, so you don't pass out or anything like that. And then they're always the hottest days or the coldest days. It never fails. So you get used to it, but you still have to go out there and you. Well, that smells really good. Okay, the only thing we need to add is this flaxseed oil. Huh. It kind of grew. So that's kind of interesting. I never really messed with flaxseed oil. I thought this would be kind of a challenge. And it just kind of, I guess, absorbs up the water. Interesting. So we'll add that in. It always smells good. I know flaxseed is supposed to be like really good for you, but I've never used it, so I bought that, not knowing. So now it says to prep your pan, and the pan is an 8-inch pan, but I have this nice cute little round pan I figured I would try. Put it in, and it is also to spray it with olive oil. So I bought some olive oil. My finger spread it around a little. Okay, add this to the pan. Smells good. looks good. Spread it around. I already preheated the oven. I figured I would be one step ahead and preheat the oven. So trying to figure out how long it's supposed to be in there. So it's about 30 to 35 minutes long. I also wanted to go and talk to you guys a little bit as we're waiting, and we'll take a little break too. I'm not going to continue recording for 30 minutes long, but I wanted to talk to you. So my house scare last summer was right before, well, I went up to Deer Lodge, Montana. I'd done that shoot in May. And I was fine up there. I was kind of tired and my stomach kind of hurt a little, but not too bad. When I came back, I started having these really bad stomach cramps, pains, and they would come and go. So I wasn't real sure what was going on. It's really bad. I mean, they felt like somebody was just grabbing me. I also go to the restroom and stuff like that, and everything was coming up too. It would come and go. Like once a week, I would have these little episodes, and I had a doctor's appointment coming up, so I was like, I better just maybe make an appointment. And she said they didn't have any room until my appointment, and it wasn't too far away, so it was like 2 more weeks. So I went ahead and went in there, went to the doctor, talked to her about it, and she goes, well, do you have your gallbladder out? And it's like, yeah, I had that out when I was 20 years old. So it's way past. So she goes, well, the only thing else we could do is probably go ahead and scope your stomach and see what's going on. Then I said that's fine. She goes, well, I'll put in a request to do that so we can figure out what your tummy is doing, and say, well, okay. I went home feeling like, okay, well, we'll get the bottom of this. The problem is she never, the doctor, I guess I should have checked up on it. The doctor never called it in, or I wanted an appointment for a GI doctor just in case. So me and my husband, we had these plans, and since it comes and goes, we kind of figured out how to work around it. And I was just waiting for that phone call to set up an appointment to figure out what was going on. I mean, everybody else does it. Everybody waits until the doctors call and you set up an appointment. So no big deal. Not even thinking about it, not even worrying about it. So we go up to Red Lodge this time around, Red Lodge, Montana, for a bike ride. Because they hold a bike rally up there right before Surges. And so we decided to go ahead and take our bikes up there. And We went through Beartooth Pass on the way, up from Cody into Beartooth Path. Then you can go into Red Lodge. So we went into Red Lodge. I was fine that day. So, I mean, I did all that, and that's not an easy trip. I mean, we had lunch there, so we left in the morning and had lunch. So we done a pretty good bike ride, and then head home, and I was fine. Next day, we decided, well, okay, we want to go to Billings, so we went to Billings for something. And then on the way back, we wanted to hit the road. They have this rodeo on bikes, and it's really cool to watch. If you have never watched it, it's really cool. They also do. My favorite part is the barrel racing part, when they are racing around barrels with motorcycles. I think that's the hilarious thing I've ever seen. It's really funny. And then they do these little obstacle courses too, and they go up on this little teeter-totter with the bikes, and they have to teeter-totter down, and it's just so funny to watch. So we really wanted to go to that, and I was doing fine. So we went to Billings, got some things, and then we dropped by to watch the rodeo. So we watched the rodeo, started watching the rodeo. We had lunch there, and I was doing okay, and I had a light lunch because I knew I didn't want to set off anything. So I just had a light lunch. Problem is, even with a light lunch, it started acting up, so I started standing. It seemed like it soothed anytime I would stand. It would soothe my stomach, so I would stand or walk around and get moving. And then finally, we couldn't stay until the end, and I finally decided that we need to go home. I was getting worse. I wasn't doing well at all. So we went home. I got home. I was so messed up when I got home. I was in the bathroom. I was waiting for it to just pass again, and it wouldn't pass. So 3 o'clock in the morning, I told my husband, I can't take it anymore. I even have a really high pain tolerance from riding horses and everything like that. So he knows when I say I got to go. And he goes, okay, well, what hospital do you want to go to? And because around here, you got options. Depending on the drive, which ones you want to go to. I told him the quickest one in town. So we went to town because I told him I couldn't make it anymore. Went to the ER. They ran my blood and all that stuff. Give me some pain pills because she asked me my pain level. I'm like 10. Definitely, probably was more. After getting the pain pills, I felt a little bit better. They ran my blood and found out my liver was elevated, like super high. So they're like, but you had your gallbladder out, right? And I go, yeah, I had my gallbladder out. And my liver levels were so high that they were worried. So we did a CT scan. CT scan didn't come up with anything. It was a CT scan, and they inject you with stuff to see what's going on inside of you. And then nothing came up with the CTs. Feeling pretty good about that time. So they sent me home with some more pain pills. It says, you can take them. And I really, so they did another 3D imaging type thing that week 2. Nothing came up with that. So I didn't know what was going on. One of the girls I know just came down with stomach cancer. So here I am going, oh my God. But I guess the CT scan or something like that would have lit it up. I didn't know that at that point. But things just go around in your head going, oh my God, what's going on? And I'm at the age that this could be major. Well, go to find out, I talked to the GI doctor. They sent me up to Billings to talk to GI doctor, and go to find out my liver, I was all clear, and my liver dropped a stone and blocked one of my. How is that possible if you had your gallbladder taken out? But I guess the liver can produce one, and it dropped down. But I figured, well, next time this happens, I know what's going on, and it won't happen again. Because this time around, I know the symptoms, and the thing is this it happened to me, and it lasted 3 months. I did lose 30 pounds because I couldn't eat anything. Everything was setting it off. My GI doctor says also, I want you to try to go gluten-free. It seems like you have a lot of intestinal issues and problems, and actually that has helped a lot. Going gluten better now. I'm feeling good. I did lose that weight, so that kind of helped. I gained a little bit back because it is winter time and everybody gains it back. But I'm back on my diet, exercising. I still have a sweet tooth, so I figured this is more of a healthy option for me, and I tried to just balance everything. In the pictures of little squares, so I figured I'll just do little squares on here and let it cool down. And it's all nice and chocolatey. Oven hot. Yum. Look at that. I wish you were here to smell it. It smells really good. Super hot. Wow. I say that was. These are addicting. They look really good. I think she has a good recipe here. If I need to try it. You can even tell it's gluten-free and vegetarian. So that was a good little recipe. I'm gonna let this sit here and cool down. But if you liked my channel today, just go ahead, make sure you subscribe. I do have other things that I always have a busy summer. So if you wanted to go on some of my adventures and stuff like that, make sure you subscribe, push the like button, and we'll catch you next time. I hope you enjoy the video.